Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you had a safe transition into year 2020. I can't believe that a decade went by that fast and that I actually remember the entire decade this time and nothing that's like been lost to childhood or something. I'm getting old. A lot of things is going to happen in 2020, but I'll talk about that in the main part of the video. And before we get into that, I also want to introduce you to someone very special to me. But first I want to give a shout out and a kind thank you to this video sponsor, Skillshare. To a lot of people, a new year means a new me. In my case, it's just a better me. So what better occasion to make some resolutions about becoming a better artist as well. If you're looking to explore your creativity this year, you should definitely consider joining Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community where creatives come together to learn, work on projects, and grow their artistic skill set. Skillshare offers thousands of inspiring classes for creatives and curious people on topics including illustration, design, video production, freelancing, animation, creative writing, and much more. Most classes on Skillshare are even less than an hour long and divided into chapters, so you can easily progress on your artistic journey without putting your life on hold. As a student of Skillshare myself, I like to recommend my favorite classes. And if you like to paint people, or more specifically portraits, I would like to re-recommend this class named Painting Light and Shadow, The Basics for Portraits and Characters by Gabrielle Briggy. It has helped me tremendously to get a better foundation for my portraits, and I found that the knowledge in this class is essential no matter your skill level. So whether you're a professional artist, a beginner, or just curious, if you're ready to improve and explore your creativity, then make 2020 the year to better yourself. Use my link in the description below to join Skillshare Premium for free for 2 months. Create that playlist of classes you want to complete in 2020 and start becoming a better artist today. And if you can't get enough learning, Skillshare is also very affordable with an annual premium membership for less than $10 a month. So, as I promised, you are about to meet someone very special in my life, and if I have been having like big black bags under my eyes or just seem very stressed and complaining a lot lately, you're about to find out why. And there's actually a little hint right there. Everyone? Meet Suki. Yeah, that's very interesting. I know Suki. Look at here. This is Suki, my semi-8 puppy that I've had for 2 months now. She'll be included in more videos because, well, I love her and she's very photogenic and she's just cute, isn't she? Yeah, you're cute. Yeah, you're cute. You don't know what's going on, right? No, you don't know. She's a little shy sometimes, but mwah, she's such a good dog. Anyway, that's Suki, my puppy that I have with my husband now, and yeah, well, she's the reason I've been so puppy hair. She's the reason I've been so busy in the past 2 months. We got her in the end of October, and it has been chaotic, mildly put chaotic since then. So yeah, she's the reason that I am like this all the time. But it gets better, and now she's bigger, and she's just turning out to be such an amazing puppy, and I can't wait to show you more of her as she grows up, and I can't wait to see that either. But enough with all the puppy talk for now. Let's get on with today's actual video, which is a redraw of a drawing that I started drawing back in 2016. So let's see how far I've made it. So first of all, guys, I want to thank you for sitting through that extremely long intro because, well, I thought it was about time that I introduced you to my puppy. And if you follow me on Instagram, you probably already saw her there because I've been posting stories about her since basically the day that we got her. But I wanted to wait until she was a little older to introduce her to YouTube because, well, she was just a baby puppy and I wanted to take really good care of her and not just throw her in your faces. So, but yeah, there she is, Suki. She is definitely the tiniest little cloud ever, and she's super cute. And I'm so grateful and happy for having her in our lives. So yeah, I just hope that you like her and you don't mind seeing her once in a while because she's here all the time with me, and it would be practically impossible not to include her. It's been really hard so far to keep her out of the frame. Let me just put it like that. So to stay on today's topic with the new year, resolutions and improvement, I probably don't have anything too exciting or mind-breaking to say, but I'll try to keep it interesting. In terms of this Draw This Again challenge, which I started back in 2016, or actually I probably came up with it in 2017 when I decided to redraw the 2016 piece. But anyway, this has been an ongoing thing, and this is my 4th attempt. I'd also like to just give you a really quick disclosure. I did draw this attempt in 2019. I drew it just before New Year. So even though I'm posting this in 2020, it's still my 2019 attempt. So I'm not cheating or skipping a year. It is actually my 2019 attempt. But obviously a lot has happened since 2016. I think the least improvement happened from last year, even though I still see things changing, but sometimes things don't necessarily improve. Sometimes they just change. And to me, that has been a good thing this year. I feel like I'm drawing noses pretty much the same way, lips the same way, eyes not entirely the same way, but the foundation for them are the same. The hair is kind of the same too. So, I mean, obviously I did change a lot of things, but I'm not necessarily improving that much on drawing portraits, but I still see that some things are going in the right direction, definitely, and I'm so happy for that as well. I like that I've gone a bit away from the wet hair look. I had a tendency last year to, or previous year, 2018, to use very bright highlights on the hair that would make it look kind of wet, as it does in the 2018 version, and I'm totally fine with some people just preferring that, but I wanted to have the hair being like looking a bit more soft, but without looking chunky as it does in 2017. And in 2016, I think it looks more like very airbrushed or very like blurry. And so I wanted to have some soft hair with some very undefined line art. So it's kind of like the hair is its own entity or something. And I think, ouch, I think I managed to get there pretty well. And there was a comment on my Instagram, and it made me so happy because I posted a preview of this drawing. It said that it was like the character was becoming older or like growing up through the year since the 2018 version, because the other versions weren't visible on that preview. But if I look at it now, like from 16 to 19, it does look like the character is growing up, and that is probably the biggest compliment I got on this piece so far, because I have a tendency to create the characters, to draw the characters much younger than I had imagined them in my head. Like, I drew a piece of Hades from Allure Olympus earlier this year that I posted on my feed here on YouTube, and someone mentioned that he was like, oh, he's cute, he's like a young Hades just when he was starting out, and that was not my intention with the drawing. But when I saw those comments, I was like, yeah, it actually does look like he's way younger than their version in the comic. So I have this tendency to create to draw people way younger than they are, and I think it has something to do with the eye placement, the size of the eyes, and just the overall composition I have had with portraits. And I think I've moved a bit away from that, so that is definitely a huge step in the right direction for me that happened last year. So I'm very happy for that, and that comment just made me so happy. In terms of the whole new year, new me thing, I'm not really a supporter, or like, I don't have anything against it, but I'm not a supporter either of the new year, new me thing. But I do like the thought of new beginnings. So around the new year, I always get a lot of motivation to just learn more things and improve myself and improve my art and set goals that I will probably never fulfill. I have this tendency of being overambitious, especially when it comes to knowing my limits. So this year, there is not going to be a new year, new me. Instead, it's going to be a new year, a better me. There's going to be one New Year's resolution, and it's all about self-acceptance. It's about accepting me for who I am. It's about accepting my limits. That's very important to me. And it's about accepting that sometimes things just don't go according to plan, and that's okay. Because as I mentioned, I can get very overambitious, and when things then don't go according to plan, I start blaming myself for not being strong enough to pull myself through 50-hour work week with a puppy and a husband and a house to clean and another part-time job. So this year is about self-acceptance with a very high emphasis on accepting my own boundaries, definitely. So I will not be smacking myself for not being able to make weekly videos. If I'm sick or something, I'm going to tell myself that it's okay that I didn't upload a video this week. And this has been bothering me because social media is unforgiving. If you're away for a certain time, the algorithm forgets you and you'll be punished for it. So it's not always just because I want you guys to have something to look at, because that's a huge part of it as well, but it's also because I'm afraid of the snowball stopping to roll down the mountain, if you get what I'm saying, so that I'll have to work even harder to get back to where I was in terms of also like income, so I can actually do this instead of working a lot of odd jobs. So yeah, that was a lot of ramblings just coming straight out of my head. I'm sorry. So yeah, I think the main points for me in this video in regards to all this New Year's and improvement is that sometimes we don't necessarily have to improve. Sometimes things just change instead of improving, and that's also okay. Change can be really good. And I think you should all take care of yourself and don't be too overambitious with your goals this year. Just take it easy. Look at the things that's most important to you and take those 2 or 3 major goals you have and break them down into sub-goals, and then focus on getting the sub-goals done so you can get your goals done so you don't overwork yourself. It's really important to know your own boundaries, and that's going to be my focus this year. So anyway, I keep rambling about things that I don't have much to say about. It's time to wrap up the drawing, and I really hope that you like the end result. It is definitely different from the other attempts that I made, and I'm totally okay with you liking 2016, 17 or 18 better than the 19. I like all of them. I think all of them are important steps on my journey. And if you're interested in the real-time version of this video, which means it's just real-time, nothing is sped up or anything, you can get it if you are on my hero tier on Patreon before February 1st, because on February 1st they will charge for the package that this video will be included in. So just sign up before February 1st and you will be able to get this video in real time if you're on my hero tier. Thank you so much for your support last year, guys. There's been some major things going on here with my YouTube, and I'm really excited to see where I'll be going from now, especially with all the, the things that I talked about earlier with the new rules for kids content coming to YouTube. I'm really both nervous but also just kind of excited to see where all of this will go. So hopefully my channel will not be affected. I have checked it as being not made for kids. So if you're below 13, I would prefer you to have your parents' consent to watch my content. So anyway, that was it for this time, guys. I hope you liked my 4th attempt in this series, and there'll be of course a new attempt this year in the end of the year, but there's so much else that I need to redraw before that. So I really hope you like this kind of videos, and remember that you can get 2 free months of Skillshare if you use the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I truly appreciate you and your support, and hit that like button if you like the video. Share a comment with whatever you feel like sharing at the moment. It will make me so happy. So yeah, until next time, guys, take care.